giving directions.
Dorothy, I gave Kate the directions over the phone.
And who are you, Rand McNally? You couldn't make a mistake.
Shall I set this down someplace?
No, Rose. Go to the corner and open a stand.
Dorothy.
I'm sorry. It's just that I'm...
No. Oh, Rose. Italian men are just the sexiest, most romantic, most gorgeous men in the world. And of course, they just worship me because I'm blonde and feminine and young with a great body.
What mirror do you use? Ma, how dare you?
How dare I what? I was trying to help.
Ma, can you get it through your head that I do not need your help? Now, please, Ma, get off my back.
Who do you think you're talking to? Don't you raise your voice to your mother.
And stop smothering me and give me some space.
Space? What happened?
Nothing, Ma. Don't worry, I'm just fine.
Yeah, it's nothing serious, Sophia. Probably just a pull muscle. It happened in class when she tried to do a 6-count Cincinnati riff with a double pullback. It goes something like this. I could fail the whole course. And if I fail this course, I won't get my degree. And if I don't get my degree, the museum won't even consider me for that promotion. Oh, I guess there's no bright side.
Honey, calm down. You're going to pass the course. It simply means that you're going to have to buckle down and study a little harder.
At least you're doing well on your other 2 courses.
It was real. Dorothy, it's Stan. Didn't you recognize me?
Of course I recognized you. That's why I slammed the door in your face.
Still the...
Well, it's really a shame.
Oh, it is. It really is. You know what's also a shame?
What?
When you sit down and your thighs squish out to twice their size. That's a shame. Oh, I am just so excited about doing this. Mint reading is such a great idea.
You know, I didn't think you'd like it.
Why?
Well...
So did I mention that my daughter and her roommates just left on their vacation? They'll be gone for 5 days. Anyway, I notice we're always smiling at each other. So I was thinking, now that we have a little privacy, maybe sometime we could smile and talk, you know, over a glass of...
Sophia, would you mind?
Sure, why not? I'm over 80. I've had plenty of chances to rest in my lifetime. Today alone, I probably sat down 3-4 times. I'll answer the door and then I'll hot tar the roof.
Hello?
Hello.
Gums.
Oh, I thought I gave it to them for colic. In their bottles. Well, my babies were very happy.
Put it in my bottle. I'll be happy too.
Look at this, pop-ups. Isn't that wonderful?
Remember about Eve?
That's Betty Davis.
The one who beat her kids with wire hangers?
No, that was Joan Crawford.
The fat cop from Highway Patrol?
That was Broderick Crawford.
The president was married to Broderick Crawford? And Mondale still lost? What an idiot.
Find him. All we need is a logical plan. You go check out the attic, and I'll look around outside in case he wandered off. Good. I feel better now. At least we have a plan.
That's Elliot. I have to leave.
How dare you leave in the middle of a fight? You come back here? I have a few things I want to say to you, Missy. All right, girls, now hold it right there, and I'm not fooling around. Dorothy, I think you have to confront Elliot with Blanche's accusation.
Absolutely not.
Why do you think?
Come on, Ma, you haven't driven in years. Why is this coming up now?
This morning at the center, Gladys Weinstock and I had a fight. We both claim we're natural redheads, but of course at our age, we can't prove it anymore. So, when I pulled out my license to show her, everyone saw wearing a marinara suit.
I'll get it. Now that I'm taking Spanish, I'm going to totally immerse myself in the culture. From now on, I'm only speaking Spanish. I'm eating Spanish food, I'm wearing Spanish clothes, and I'm rereading the covers of my Julio Iglesias albums,
And Lucy's.
What about you, Rose?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I use a touch of peroxide.
Shut up, Rose.
You shut up! Now, stop it! Stop it! I cannot stand it anymore!
You know what I can't stand anymore? That phony accent of yours. What is this, designing women? Maury took them to have them clean. Dorothy, I still can't believe it happened. I've never been so humiliated.
Ma, honey, there's no reason for you to be embarrassed. He plays tricks on everybody.
I'm talking about on my way home. My belt came loose in front of a construction site. Nobody whistled and 2 guys went home sick.
Barry Glick is very important to you.
Barry was the man that I wanted to be the first.
First where?
On Mars, Rose. My first lover.
Well, so what happened?
Stanley. That's what happened. Stanley. Until 9 months later when the baby came. Then I figured out that we had. You know, that was my only proof.
I waited till my wedding night. No. Yes.
And ball game on the hottest day of the year.
I know it. I'm all hot and sweaty. I'm short of breath and I'm physically exhausted. You'd think I had a good time. You didn't have fun? Only thing I really enjoyed was stealing second base.
When have you not enjoyed sliding under a man in uniform? Going.
It's my day to volunteer at the hospital.
Oh, Sophia, you know it's really sweet of you to volunteer.
I like charity work. Besides, I got my eye on an eligible doctor for Dorothy. I hope he likes charitable work, too.
Listen, Dorothy, I'm going to an art show tomorrow night. I always are, honey. Stand up straight. Put your left hand on your hip. Now, strike a very sexy, sultry pose.
Hello.
Hi, Dorothy. What's wrong with your hip?
I was...
Of course, I'll have to see pictures of the father before I commit. Well, if you're really interested, I could call the office and see about sending over 2 girls. Great. Count me in.
He needs help.
We can drive her to the hospital.
That's
No,
right.
but wait a minute. The hospital's 20 minutes from here. If the paramedics can't get through, what makes you think we can? We could get out there and get stuck. I think we ought to just wait for help.
She could be dying.
But what can we do? Pray. Wait and pray.
I don't know. I walked in and she wasn't there. There was someone else in her bed. It was weird.
Lillian. Oh, did you say Lillian? My God, you got a call about her this morning. I was so caught up in my breaths, I totally forgot.
It happens to all of us, Blanche. That's why my rent check was...
Don't.
No, not really.
Prove it. Put your money where your mouth is.
If there isn't already a sweet roll there.
Right, all right, but now nobody looked.
I always thought you had to pass 0 to hit that number. Closet, I don't even know what to wear with the first night on the ship. A life jacket and a great big smile.
I wonder what Rose is doing right now.
You mean you wonder if she's doing it right now?
No, I just wonder if maybe we didn't push her into something too fast.
But I...
Not what I said. I said, Stanley, could I come to your hotel room? I have to see you.
Exactly. There you go, Dorothy. How about a toast?
Look, slow down, Stan. There are a couple of things I'd like to say.
Okay, but usually the man makes the toast.
Stanley, one sec.
piano and he'd play Christmas carols and the children would sing along and then Mother'd bring in some homemade eggnog and snickerdoodles. And then we'd decorate the tree. And after Daddy had hung the star at the very top of the tree, we'd all join hands and pray. And then Daddy'd tell us a story and tuck us into our feathered
Who was
beds.
your father, Rose? Michael Landon?
Can I help it if I came from a happy family? Well, we had our share of problems. Believe me, we had some...
So, what did you do?
I walked into that gymnasium on Benjamin's arm. Heads turned, jaws dropped. While the room was buzzing all evening, I didn't care. I had followed my heart.
To a baboon for 38 years.
Look, Ma, if I'm going to get this job as vice principal, I'm going to get it honestly.
Oh, girls, I have a date with the most cultured, urbane, sophisticated man in the whole world.
You know George Goober Lindsay? Eva brought the news to St. Olaf that the British had no intention of coming. Old Brisker, the horse who, because of a printing error on the ballot slips, was elected water commissioner for 6 months.
Hi, did you have fun at the track?
You went to the track? Always this. Oh!
Ma, stop that!
Hi, it's me, Stan.
Stanley, what do you want?
I want you to turn on your TV. It is almost 6:28.
What's happening in 628?
You're going to find out why Stan Zbornak is now a very rich man.
Bed hopper. Don't hang up on him. That man cares for you. Hop. Go with your feelings.
Glenn, I thought I told you I don't want to talk to you.
That's right. If he wants to talk or hop, let him do it with his wife. Don't deny your passion. It's unnatural.
Look, Glenn, you are making this...
The kids from burning the school down before the other teacher gets back.
Now, normally you'd be right, but this class knows that I'm filling in for the whole semester. I must say, it's really nice having the same class every day and watching them grow and learn. And, of course, they're not trying any of that usual substitute shenanigans.
was too nervous to eat much at dinner.
But I suppose the rest of the evening really built up an appetite. Oh, hi! I didn't expect to see you girls up so late. I'm just having a snack. Dorothy's the one having an affair at a motel.
Thank you, Rose.
Dorothy, I love you.
I love you, too. Goodbye.
Pregnant woman that her husband's been cheating on her with her own sister. And you're the sister. And you're pregnant, too. By her husband.
You didn't.
Not me! Last night on Dallas.
And let's just lie down on the bed and watch television.
Hi.
Did you do it?
Yeah. And?
I'm going to become a nun. On the kiss of death. It's the second time a man has died in my bed.
The second time?
Dorothy knows.
Charlie. Rose, you want to run that looking stupid question by us again?
I'm just doing my job.
Rose, leave the glasses in the refrigerator, close the door, and keep your head out here with us.
How will I know if they fog up?
He's the guy who stood me up for my senior prom.
Oh, Dorothy, I had no idea you were stood up for your prom. Oh, that's awful. I figured you didn't go, but to be stood up.
No, John Noretti was...
83, close one. 68, whoa!
What is it?
You,
What about me?
you're dead.
Say what?
I told you you're dead. You must be. It says so in the paper.
Blanche Devereaux, age 68. 68?
That's terrible.
King me.
Ma, you can't do that.
What are you talking about? It's a perfectly legal double jump.
Yes, but I'm black, you're red.
Hey, it's supposed to be a friendly game. All of a sudden you're playing Vegas rules.
Oh, Lucy, honey,
I just moved to Miami. I was very vulnerable. And I did something that I guess was a little dumb. I agreed to go out on a blind date.
This is my favorite restaurant. Have you ever been here before?
No, I'm just starting to get...
Blanche! Dorothy! Go, Dorothy, go! Dorothy!
Look, I couldn't help it. When the doctor came in with a release form, he told me what could possibly go wrong. I just panicked.
Darling, nothing is going to go wrong.
Blanche is right. Of course, one summer when I was a candy striper, you wouldn't believe the things I saw. Lost patients, mixed up medic...
What did you do that's so terrible?
I hugged Miles.
You're going to hell, Missy.
What, for hugging a man?
For lying to your mother. I saw what was going on the lanai.
It was just a little kiss.
Little kiss? I haven't seen that kind of face eating since Silence of the Lambs.
Some talk about us going up to Palm Beach to be in the cotillion.
Oh, that's wonderful, and I'll be back in dancing shape by then.
Well, you don't understand. We've changed our act. We're no longer the tip-tap trio.
Huh? Who are we now?
Well, we're now known as... It's my Uncle Lucas. He's perfect. All man, all heart, all yours.
Blanche, forget it. It's not going to work out. I mean, he's a little bit country, and I'm a little bit too smart for this.
You've got Uncle Lucas all wrong. He's a man of cultivation and high taste. Children, then me. And that kind of marriage just can't work. At least it can't for me.
Blanche, I can be there for all of you. I can do it. I've been able to do just about anything I set my mind to. I know I can do this too.
Richard, nobody can do it all. Now,
Nothing to think over. What he did is sexual harassment. He cannot get away with that.
but I don't know if I can pass this course on my own.
Oh, Blanche, believe me, in the long run, you'll be so much happier if you use your brains instead of your body.
I don't know if I can. When I was little, I was always overshadowed by my sisters. They were...
You know, man. No. Yes.
What about your father? You mean you never saw your father?
My father? Oh, no, my father? Oh, my goodness, no, I would have simply died. Oh, my God, Rose! Rose! Rose, help! Oh, help! Wait, Rose!
Don't get over there. No, come over here. Stand back, brother.
What was it?
Brother, just come. It's all right, it's all right, it's all right. Oh, she's putting it out. There we go.
Daily life as a blind person.
Do you see this dress, Rose? It's my favorite.
It's awfully pretty.
It's my favorite because it's the only one I can clearly remember.
Song, and I want you to hear it.
Listen, Daddy, I want to talk to you about this singing.
It's been just wonderful, honey. I love singing. Now, I know I'm just getting started, and I got a lot to learn, but the audiences will come around. I'll do just fine.
You know, you're talking about this singing like it's some kind of career.
Well, it is. Now, see what you think of this.
Good morning.
And I am still wide awake.
Me too. You know, before I met you two girls, I was never up this late. Except, of course, during the Jerry Lewis telethon.
Of course.
I was never a night person either, until I blossomed into young womanhood and realized I was even more devastating by moonlight.
Now, Rose, they go.
No, the mink stay. They serve man, now we serve them.
Oh, come on.
Well, are you saying that just because they're too old to breed, they're useless? That they're no good for anything anymore?
The mink stay.
Right.
Come on, let's cook them a little something to eat.
Oh, my God.
Set sail for America. 500 people, filled with hope, singing, laughing, drinking. Actually, only the Irish were drinking. But I digress. Of course, on the second day, things took a turn for the worse.
For the next month and a half, the storm-tossed seas made a lot.
Well, finally, it got to the day before the prom, and Delbert still hadn't asked me. So I marched across a crowded cafeteria, stared him straight in the eye, and said, "Delbert, what gives?" He said, "Jenny McCoy, that's why I'm taking her to the prom."
But as you grow older, your body changes.
It falls apart.
Oh, it does not fall apart.
For 50 years, I had the body of Cheetah Rivera. One morning, I woke up, my butt looked like the neck of a bulldog.
Well, I remember the first time I felt I was getting older. I was visiting. Crockett and Tubbs are wearing darker colors.
Good morning.
Ma, why are you dressed like that?
I'm introducing my new line of tennis wear. What do you think? I'm in mourning.
For whom, Sophia?
Michael.
My recipes, and eventually I'll catch the eye of some fat general with big sweat stains under his arms. And he'll force me to let out his uniforms and satisfy his ugly needs.
It sounds like Christmas with my ex-husband.
I don't know what...
I don't want to turn around. Do any of you see a fedora in the window?
I don't.
Good, I lost him.
Lost him? Lost who?
This guy who keeps following me all the time. Apparently he's English. I met him down at the center. He's got the hots for me. As much as an English guy can get the hots. So...
Girls, I want to give y'all my gift next, okay? I just thought this was such a cute idea. I made the same one for each of you. Here, Sophia.
The man of Blanche's boudoir.
Get away from the door. That's it. All right, now, why don't we get this celebration on its feet? Let's sing a few Christmas carols. Does everybody know Silent Night?
Know it. I wrote it.
You did not.
Yes, I did. I'll prove it. Silent night.
You made it without giving away my present.
Sophia, you stop trying to make me tell you.
Relax, Rose. Dorothy already told me what it is.
She did?
Yeah, what a present. Boy, was I surprised.
Dorothy, I didn't know you already told Sophia that her surprise was in...
Rose. Oh, very, very much. And I just hope that you love this present as much as I love giving it to you. Okay, Blanche?
Angela? No.
Does that for a lot of people, Rose.
I know you don't understand, and I know you don't approve, but I'm doing what I have to do, and I feel good about it. Well, thanks for everything. It's been great.
Rose, I'll see that all your...
Like a nice number. Good night.
It is Saturday night, and I, Blanche Devereaux, the most witty, stunning, criminally sensuous woman to come out of the South since Miss Tallulah Bankhead.
Because down the elephants is my dad. Anyway, I was lost and scared. But then I did what generations before me had done. I gazed up into that dark night sky and found the bright star that could guide me home.
The North Star.
Actually, it was the Texaco star. Now I lay me down to sleep.
You know, I'd almost forgotten about that night.
With all of us cramped into that bed, I had to sleep in positions I never thought possible.
Me too.
Rose, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about.
Well, I just thought you ought to know.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I won't bother you again. Good night. Oh, please, Blanche, please. I'm too scared to go back to my room. This kind of thing is always frightening. All night talking.
I'm going to bed.
She doesn't feel like talking.
But I got chocolate macadamia nut cheesecake and rum raisin ice cream.
Oh, all right. Start cutting, you scoop.
Ah, that's my girl. So, did you decide what you're going to do?
No. Oh, my luck. Ever got a letter?
She never sent it. She forgets.
I don't forget anything.
Hi, Angela.
Hi, Blanche.
No, honey, I'm Blanche.
Doesn't that make it confusing, having two Blanches in the same house?
And Angela, honey, wouldn't you like to lie down? You've had a long trip.
I don't want to lie down. I just got here.
Oh, I always get tired after a long... Girls, the rough cut of my documentary is done. I want you to see it. Where's Blanche?
Where she's been for the past 2 days, locked in her room crying.
I can't believe she's still upset because her college classmates look better than she does.
I can. I tell you, her looks have always been very important to Blanche.
Blanche is... And without his leg, Lars came in dead last. Oh, that was a day to remember.
I think every American remembers where he was the day Lars lost that toboggan.
Well, Uncle Ben felt just terrible. I mean, he tried to make it up to Lars, and Lars said he forgave him, but you could tell there were still... I figured since it was my birthday, you wouldn't be upset when you hear what I've got to tell you. I've decided to sell the house and leave St. Olaf, Charlie. The winters are rough here in Minnesota. And this...
Come in.
Just listen, we are throwing a surprise birthday party for Blanche. I want you to go out to the lanai and mingle with the other guests.
Check. What's a lanai?
March!
Well, because they are constant reminders that with each passing year, our bodies begin to sag, our faces begin to wrinkle, our hair begins to turn gray. Of course, none of that's happened to me yet. But it's only a question of time until I'll end up looking like the two of you.
Oh, did you know that, Sophie?
Wild guess.
Now, mine was Larry Raganetti. Oh, how I loved him. He was gorgeous. He left me for Cookie Kelly. She kissed with her mouth open.
Well, why didn't you kiss with your mouth open, Dorothy?
Performs?
Oh, come on, George. It means that we just did something together and it felt great. And we've got to do more of that without the kids. But you're never here.
What do you want me to do, Renee?
Cut back on your practice.
What do I do? Tell a guy in cardiac arrest I can't see you? I'm meeting my wife for sushi?
George.
Listen, I have an idea. Why don't you all take turns hitting me with a 2x4?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
I think Marguerite's been inhaling a little too much Pine Sol.
Wait a minute, Dorothy. Weren't you just saying this morning how much better you're sleeping lately?
That's right, you said you... Go on.
You know, I'm going to tell you something, Blanche. I'm sure glad I am not in her shoes. Oh, I'd hate to have to give a eulogy.
What if it was my eulogy?
What?
What if you were giving a eulogy?
If the city of Atlantis is lost, how can Bobby Vinton appear there twice a year?
Rose, the most unbelievable thing has happened. Remember that letter you wrote to Gorbachev? He's answered it. He wants to see you.
What did Reagan say?
Well, nothing. He didn't send a letter.
Well, that is unbelievable. I wrote him 2 days earlier. I did the dumbest thing. I walked out of this house and completely forgot it's a full moon. Under those conditions, our Sunshine Cadet Master must wear full headdress. Here I come,
Terrible misunderstanding.
Yeah, Rose, we just found out today that everybody thinks the letter you sent to Gorbachev was written by a 9-year-old girl.
You can't be serious.
Oh, the troop is back. Which one is Little Rose?
This one. The best way to handle it was just to lead my girls in a farewell cheer. 2 4, 6, 8. Who will bench no longer date? Come on.
Did he get the message? Or did the band have to spell out buzz off at halftime?
Come softly.
Morning, everyone.
Open that.
Rose, Nyland?
Yes?
Wow.
I'm Olga Nordstrom from...
Stab me right in the back.
Oh, come on, Blanche. Did you really expect us to turn Laszlo down? You said yourself it was a chance to become immortalized in a classic work of art.
Horse pucky. You went for the same reason Rose went, to get your hands on my man. I'm going to see a game.
Mama offered to drive us over to Vero Beach to see the Dodgers play. Jeremy's a big baseball fan.
Becky's a bigger one. Becky's a bigger everything.
Not everything, Jeremy.
Down with McCracken.
Your boss is coming here?
Yeah, a week on strike has had its effect on business. He wants to negotiate. I insisted we do it on our turf. That's him. Let him in. I gotta prepare the table.
Kind enough and caring enough to give him a second glance. He's not good enough for you.
Do you hear what you're saying? You're doing it again. Why don't you say what you really mean? That he's not good enough for you. And neither am I, never have been. No, I wish I never come here.
Rebecca Sue.
Let's go, Jeremy.
Finally.
Rebecca.
Is how to make a fist. Let's meet our lucky contestants. First on the green team, we have Dorothy Zbornak, an English teacher originally from Brooklyn, New York. She now lives in Miami with her mother, who will gladly pay anyone who will take her out for a date.
Is back in the cave.
I could vomit just looking at you.
That must be Angelo. You two go out the back. He can't see you here.
Okay.
Go ahead, go. Angelo!
Sophia! Not really nuns. We're actually gorgeous private citizens.
Now I'm confused.
Come to the kitchen. I'll fix you some breakfast and explain the whole thing.
Look, everybody, the storm's letting up. Oh, I'm going to run right on over to Walter's.
Aren't you going to change?
Each month has the picture of a man who's brought some special joy into my life.
Oh, Blanche. Oh, honey, this is so thoughtful. Whoa!
September.
Yep.
I'm surprised you... I'm gonna pack.
Sophia, wait, isn't there anything we can do to make you stay?
Nothing. My mind's made up. I'm leaving in the morning.
Oh. I remember it so well, just like it was yesterday. That night under the dogwood trees, the air thick with perfume, and me with Billy. Or Bobby. Yeah, Bobby. Yeah, it was Bobby. Or was it Ben? What happened? You shot my balls!
Thank God, I hated that thing.
What are you doing shooting? Are you crazy? I heard a noise. I thought it was the robbers.
I managed to live 81 years. I survived pneumonia, 2 operations, a stroke. One night I'll belt.
Sophia, I have some confessions to make to you. I was never a big shot gangster. I was never a big shot nothing. All I was is an assistant cook at the Chowder House in Bayonne, New Jersey. Not the kind of a fella that you used to going around with. I didn't want to...
Wait a minute. Just who are you calling a skinny white boy?
I think she meant Michael.
You got that right.
Oh, it was easy.
Oh, shut up, bro. Look, Mrs. Wagner,
Critics call me the next Captain Kangaroo. Mr. Green Jeans sent me a fan letter. I'm not going to let it end like this, Rose. I can't believe that my fans would want it this way.
Dorothy won't let you down. I'll bet she's on her way to a phone right now to call you.
Mad at me? You said, why, no, darling. This is the best Mother's Day I've ever had. Don't you remember that, Mama? Well, I thought that happened to Virginia. Wasn't Virginia the slut?
And they live in St. Olave's?
Yes.
Oh, you must be very proud of them.
I am. So when was it you visited St. Olaf?
Oh, Lord, it must be 50 years ago now. I went to a wedding.
but you were pulling my leg.
I don't think I could drink that much sake.
Sit down. Maria Gianelli, Rose Nyland, Rose Nyland? Rose, what are you?
Hi, Dorothy. What are you doing?
I'm grading the history test.
How did I do?
You'll find out in class tomorrow.
Can you give me a hint?
No.
Did I do better than Boris Yashchenko?
Oh, Rose, Boris Yashchenko doesn't speak a word of English, and he was hit in the forehead with a mortar.
Can't believe this.
I'm sorry, Rose, but I have to grade you like everybody else.
Well, look, Dorothy, you made a mistake. I got that question right.
Rose, the question was, who was the leader of the Third Reich? You wrote Fritz Stickelmeyer, your high school history teacher. The correct answer...
I'm leaving. I'm not about to mourn a man who's been with every woman in this room.
He was never with me.
I guess even he had his standards.
Hold it. Stay where you are. Father, if you don't mind my saying so, I think you lost control of the room.
Dorothy, why don't you just remind Sophia how active her mama was?
Oh, honey, Ma never saw that. I mean, to Grandma, it was no big deal. She was just doing what she'd done all her life, so she never even discussed it.
Sophia, wait a minute.
Blanche, will you calm down? I have never seen you so worked up over one date.
Dorothy, I let this gorgeous man slip through my fingers once before. I don't intend to let it happen again.
Game.
Rose, let's go check out the coffee shop. Maybe we'll meet some cute doctors. Hello.
He's married.
Goodbye.
Those two here for a CAT scan?
And the doctor said you are supposed to be in bed.
Oh, I'm fine.
I just came from the hospital. They told me Sophia was discharged. Is she here?
No, I haven't taken her out of the trunk of the car yet.
Oh, there you are, Sophia. Are you okay?
Hey, I just spent 2 days
In denial.
Look, Fluffhead. Why should I deny being in denial when I never said I was in denial? You are the one who said I was in denial, and don't you deny it.
Listen, Dorothy.
situation.
Sophia, we've come this far. Just think about the money. Think about it so hard that you block out everything else. Especially him.
Hi, I'm Timmy. What's your name?
None of your business. Leave her alone.
The nurse wants me.
$10,000. 10,000 once, 10,000 twice. So, for $10,000, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Would you mind if I said a few words to the audience?
For 10 grand, they should let him shower with the audience.
I guess now I'll never get to fly on the Concorde.
And I'll never get to buy that emerald pendant to dangle. But
Considering you were in a convertible.
you know, Clay, I've been thinking a lot about what you told me today, and I've also been thinking a lot about that boy out at Rex's drive-in, and honey, the two pictures don't don't go together. There's just something wrong with one of them.
Dorothy, get dressed. We're going out to celebrate Clayton's last night in town.
Oh, terrific.
Let's go to Jose's. We always go there to celebrate.
The food is great.
Yeah, and they make all the waiters wear these really skin-tight bullfighters pants.
Really?
Still gives me a headache. The important thing is that we didn't do anything to feel guilty about.
That's right. Ma saved a human life. Even if it did put us in debt, and even if he was the most miserable, contemptible slug on the face of this earth.
Well, look who's here, the runner-up.
Blanche, this is Elaine.
Well, hello, Elaine. I was just leaving. Oh, John, you and Elaine have a good time tonight. Oh, and just so you'll know, it looks like Elaine here is an even bigger music lover than I am.
Is Sonny Venuccio there? He is? Sorry, wrong number.
Sophia, does this still have to do with that vendetta business?
Blanche, don't even discuss it with her. The whole thing is ridiculous.
Dorothy, this vendetta is a very real thing. It goes to the root of my soul as a...
I hate you. Anyway, on him.
Oh, good, here they are. Come in, girls.
Hi, I'm Marlon. This is Jackie.
We're from this St. Valentine's Day, after all. You can pour both of them. I'm not expecting anybody.
It is St. Valentine's Day, lady, not St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, I'm not going to drink them both. I'm just celebrating. My husband proposed to me in this very bar on St. Valentine's Day. And after that, we sort of made it a tradition and came back every year. So, since he passed away...
I know. It's better with your brother. Well, it can't get any worse. Alfonso, you're on.
Well, it looks like I'm on the show after all. Each other bloody. It just isn't fair.
But to whom? To the gamblers? Gambling is illegal in this state.
Besides, you're such an underdog, even Betty the Weasel won't give odds. I overheard that at bingo the other night.
This way, everybody wins and nobody gets hurt. Now, what's wrong with that?
Listen, Rose, remember, Mom's the word. Dorothy will break the bad news in due time, okay?
Excuse me, has anyone seen...
Commercial is off.
No, it isn't. I got the director to change his mind.
But he's coming back here to shoot the commercial?
No, he doesn't want to get anywhere near Rose. He's going to shoot it at his studio.
But if he shoots it at his studio, then I get screwed and have nothing to show for it.
Anyway, we had to till the soil, so I volunteered to pull the plow and I hurt my back.
How long have you been taking these pills?
I guess around 30 years.
30 years? Rose, I doubt that your doctor wanted you to take those things for...
So I decided to rearrange the kitchen cabinets. I'm sorry I woke you. Go on back to bed.
Rose, what are you doing with these?
Nothing.
You were looking for those pills, weren't you? Blanche, get rid of them.
You can't do that. They're mine.
Get rid of them, Blanche.
No.
I thought you said you could take these or leave them.
Well, that's true. Can. We're not proving anything by sitting here any longer. We might as well all go.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Does this mean that you're giving up when you've gotten this far?
No, it means I can see the sun coming up over the Donaldson's house. It's morning. We made it.
He's right.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, congratulations. I bet you feel better.
His nose is dissolved, but it's definitely Fred Flintstone.
They're my vitamins.
Rose, I'm sorry I didn't trust you.
Oh, don't apologize.
But I misjudged you, Rose.
No, you didn't. Here are my pills. I took one last night.
But, Rose, you got...
Blanche.
I think it would be best if she stayed at home. Unless you know something that I don't.
You're disgusting.
Oh, Barry, hi. What are you doing here?
I was just bringing back your earrings.
Oh.
Well, I've got to run.
Thank you.
See you Saturday.
There was smallpox, scurvy, typhoid, and that was business class.
What I need to know is, does your mother require any special medical care?
She does, an old war injury. Remember the Maine? She didn't.
Not so fast, Eduardo. What are you going to do with me?
You have good bones. As this is a strong, noble face full of wisdom and sincerity. You could be a Greek goddess.
Oh, go on, Eduardo. How often does a hospital mix up two babies? Have you ever heard of such a thing? Well, have you?
Are you here for the methadone program?
I'm sorry, I'm here for my mother.
Surgery.
No, blood test. You?
Oh, is someone going into surgery?
Nice to know I have a friend like you who cares.
Dorothy, I have a confession to make. Rose didn't lose Fernando. I gave him to Daisy when she was helping out with the rummage sale.
Well, then there's no problem, honey. Just call Daisy and get Fernando back. She's a very sweet.
What is she, your best friend?
Rose knows I'm sick.
Well, I know you're sick. God knows you tell me all the time. What a waste. Rose Nyland in New York.
It's going to be a great trip. You wait and see. You're going to be cured.
For how long?
I don't know, a long time. They were a year apart in school.
That's impossible, Rose.
No, it isn't.
How is she? Wiped out and depressed even though she tries.
Read, Rose, don't talk. I must publish a guide to go with my book. It's too full of references people could not possibly understand. It will be taught in universities.
Have trouble believing it exists since they're not able to see it under their microscopes just yet. Those colleagues of mine, unfortunately, tend to blame the victim.
I can't tell you what a relief this is.
I'm sure. Are there any other questions that I could answer for you?
Not now, not that I can think of. Maybe later. Right now, I can't even think.
Hey, you pussycat. What's this news about Ken? He gave you a ring, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 of them.
Look, Ma, I don't know how to say this, so I'll just give it to you straight out. Ken is becoming a clown.
Scusi?
Like how to earn a living, how to pay the rent, how to be courteous to your Friday night mistake on Saturday morning. I still have to work on that last one myself.
Why does it have to be so hard?
The hardest part for me was explaining to my Kirsten the difference between...
So damn special. Oh, God, why didn't I go when he called? Why didn't I go? And this is the living room.
Oh, Blanche, patience and understanding.
That's perfect. All I have is a little patience and understanding.
All right, Ma, but listen, when we get there, remember we are trying to make peace. So whatever you do, don't bring up Ida.
I won't, as long as the dog doesn't.
Thanks for the flowers.
It was the least I could do.
I thought so too.
Oh, Stephen, I'm sorry. There's no excuse for my not being here, but the important thing is I'm back.
Blanche.
Wait, honey, let me finish. I know how much we care for each other. I know how good we are for each other, and let's...
Blanche, I thought you were in bed.
Oh, I couldn't sleep. It must be from living with old people. I've been going through my diaries. Just listen to this. March 3rd, 1967.
Make way for the winners of the Shady Pines Mother-Daughter Beauty Contest.
No, actually, we're just the runners-up. But if the reigning winners, for any reason, can't fulfill their duty, I don't think so, Blanche.
All right, then. All right. How about a celebrity auction?
Hey, if you could buy a celebrity in an auction, I'd be showering every morning with Trini Lopez.
I didn't know you liked Trini Lopez.
I don't, but who can I afford on a fixed income?
You don't understand, Sophia. I know what you mean.
Now, we need to talk. I waited...
How about some ice cream? You ladies care to join us?
No, thanks. We don't want to spoil our dinner.
Not that outfit hasn't done a good job already. Buzz, I'm not sure I should go. You see, I haven't been totally honest with you. I'm involved with...
Oh, here's my roomie. Hi, Malcolm.
Who's Malcolm?
You are.
Okay. Ma, he's a man. I didn't know you moved in with a man.
What difference does it make? He's over 100 years old. I'm not sure he knows first.
Road at hell, I had a stamp made. Oh, I guess I've just been a fool.
Blanche, we're an awful lot alike. Too much alike. It's probably why we never got along. That also might be the...
Yourself.
Dorothy, will you let me out of here?
No way, Blanche.
Oh, well, you can't do this. It's a violation of my civil rights.
Well, you have the time, you have the paper. Why don't you sit down and write a long letter to your senator?
I have a steady boyfriend, and he's out of town, so...
Dorothy, you do that one more time, I'm going to write on this wall for a good time called Dorothy Zbornak.
Blanche, this is the ladies' room.
Right.
Jen, honey, I think you should go and talk to Joe. Time. Honey, now don't worry. Just lie down. Come on, get into bed. We'll start timing the contractions.
I think one's coming on. Oh, yikes!
Blanche, cut it out. I'm trying to get some sleep.
Ma, Becky is in late.
It's more. They're admitting who to my country club?
Oh, there's a difference, Blanche. That bigot was there for you.
Hello? Seems authentic.
I just can't get over it.
Over what?
San Juan Hill, Rose. Over the fact that her father had an affair with her mammy.
I don't know what to think. This changes everything I ever thought about Big Daddy. I always assumed that he and Mama had a wonderful sex life. I walked in on him once when I was a little girl. There was all this huffing and puffing and high-pitched sounds, and then suddenly Big Daddy shouted, "Glory!" And they both lit up cigarettes. I bowed then and there.
Do tell, Rose.
St. Olaf's most famous OBMAG.
What's that?
Obstetrician magician. The amazing Shapiro. He delivered Bridget.
But look, Rose, to tell you the truth, it just wasn't the swell time I had in mind. But look, I'm starting to get a little suspicious. There's somebody else, isn't there?
Then sauce. Rich sauce with delicious seafood. Mussels, shrimp. Wait a minute. I think I switched from feud to food.
He looks very peaceful and...
Let's give her a big hand.
Honey, I'm so sorry.
Dorothy, I'd like you to meet Irving Capella. He's the one who did the ice sculptures. Aren't they nice?
75% off.
Irving would very...
That I'm pretty positive this time it's not morning sickness. Oh, look, I'm probably just upset because Ma isn't going to be there. I just wish she could see Stan the way I see him now.
If she didn't love you, she wouldn't be fighting so hard.
I know.
Sophia!
All right, you've got a second chance, but if you hurt my daughter again, I'll make you miserable for the rest of my life. And if I lay off meat and dairy, that could be as much as 5 years. But it is delivered with every daily in Miami. Oh, girls, what a glorious day. I just feel so pretty and alive and young as a teenager.
Oh, that's terrific. Oh, by the way, you got a phone call this morning from your grandson. He got his driver's license.
I have had it with you. I'm going to my room and I may never come out.
Is it the weekend already?
Stand still until I leave. Don't make a move, old lady.
Nice way to talk to your mother, pussycat. Who is it?
Put these on and find out.
My glasses! Where did you find them?
I'm afraid Dreyfus was the culprit. He got them off.
There was something we could do to make her feel better. I mean, we're always there when we need each other. You know, if I have a problem, Rose is there for me. And if Dorothy has a problem, I'm there for her. I wish I knew what to do.
All right, I can pick up a cue. Picture it. Sicily, 1912.
Never checked her into Shady Pine. She never would have made those s'mores. There never would have been a fire, and none of this would have happened.
Hey, when you look at it like that, you are responsible.
Yeah, I never had thought about it that way. You know, it is like they're trying the wrong person. It is your fault.
Wait a second.
All of them with Napoleon complexes, something to prove.
And jobs, Blanche. They all had jobs.
In a diamond mine.
All I'm trying to say is we had fairy tales in St. Olaf that weren't violent, and they had positive role models. Like Gus in the recliner.
Here's Giles Forsythe.
My God, they've been murdered.
Does this mean we don't get any birthday cake?
Would you like to see it?
Is it a two-piece?
Yes.
No.
Oh, this is just so exciting. I love construction workers. Good with their hands, dumb as stumps, and don't mind showing their buns when they bend over.
Hey, look what I found. The pen. I feel renewed. I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
Then maybe you should share some of that happiness with your sister.
Ma, face it, we just don't get along.
Your family, you should force yourself to get along. She needs you.
Oh, Dorothy. Gloria, hello, we were...
God,
What is it?
you're Dan and Dorothy.
Wild and crazy names?
Carol, this is a different Dan and Marthy.
You mean these aren't the two nuts who couldn't stop seeing each other? Dan, a sex-crazed nudnik with occasional performance problems, and Dorothy, a...
Ma'am, we're evacuating the entire neighborhood, so the three of you are going to have to put away the fight until we get down to the shelter. We will be waiting in the car.
Oh, come on now. You can't shoot them.
I cannot shoot them. I can only shoot looters.
Oh, I understand. Stan, pick up the TV on your way out, will you?
Oh, yeah. I see you conveniently left out with a generous helping of slaw. Oh, well, doesn't that serve your little smear campaign? First-class woman. You deserve to be treated in a first-class manner. Miles Weber.
Oh, Mr. Weber, of course. Listen, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but the restaurant's begun a new policy. We're now donating all our day-old pastries to the mission.
I'm not here for pastries.
This morning, I just couldn't go to the drugstore without giving you this.
Well, thank you. Why are you going to the drugstore?
I'm your pharmacist.
You're Bill. Bill the pharmacist.
Bill, the man in your life. I'll pick you up after work. Goodbye, my love.
What's your point?
You didn't lose it, Ma. You just said you did so you could keep it.
Absolutely not. Not in a million years. I swear on my life I don't have it.
Do you want me to turn you upside down and shake you?
You're bluffing.
Okay, have it your way.
Here. I'm sorry, pussycat.
Listen to me. Rose, I could just strangle you. So you're still miffed? Well, I don't mind being labeled a lesbian, honey, but since I'm not, you just ruined my social life.
Oh, go ahead. Blanche, I'm a bubblehead and I deserve to die.
On to Final Jeopardy. And today our Final Jeopardy category is this: U.S. history.
My major in college!
All right, players, make your wagers. Today's Final Jeopardy answer is American hero buried in Grant's...
Gonna miss her, aren't we, Jake? We're gonna miss her, aren't we, boy?
Mr. Hubbard, I know it's a lot to ask at a time like this, but I've been finding it a bit much, worrying about water bowls and then morning walks and all.
I asked you not to do that.
I know, but I'm going stir crazy. There's no way out. No way out.
Stan.
Miles, have you ever thought about us getting married?
Well, sure. Eventually, as soon as I put a little money away. What, you think I'm being cheap again, huh?
Really cute little tennis instructor. So I told him I needed lessons. Well, he came over to the house and I was in the bathtub. So I asked him if he would mind sponging off my back. He said, sure. So I waited a little while before I made my move.
But
And then
this is disgusting. I mean, right up until the end.
I was hoping you'd use my wedding dress.
That's nice, Ma. As what? A hand puppet?
Oh, Dorothy, there's a limousine.